News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight, several ceremonies are held to remember those who were lost in a mass shooting.
And a local leader is presented with an Act of Kindness Award. News 25 starts now.
This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell, Eunette Gentry. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
A sunrise service recounts one of our darkest days. It's Tuesday, October 1st. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Eunette Gentry.
The wounds are still very raw. It's nothing that we will ever get over or even to get close to understanding. How can a person take the lives of so many innocent people? It's almost inconceivable to think that a human would take out their anger, pain, or even agenda on an unassuming general public by ending their lives with violence. It's not the first time, and unfortunately, it won't be the last, but it is one of the most devastating days in modern history. About 20,000 people attended the Route 91 Harvest Festival in Las Vegas. While country artist Jason Aldean was on the stage, a deranged man lay in wait in a hotel room high above the crowds. Since that tragic day, we have learned that gunman Stephen Paddock was searching for additional crowded locations to commit this heinous act. Paddock ended his life with a bullet while SWAT teams were about to enter the hotel room he was staying in at the Mandalay Bay, overlooking the country music concert. The exact motive as to why Paddock committed this atrocity is still unclear. 2 years ago, on October 1st, 2017, a horrific tragedy occurred here in southern Nevada. Today, the nation, the state, united together to mourn, remember, and honor 58 people who tragically lost their lives and the almost 500 injured and thousands directly affected by the inconceivable act of one individual. The public attended a 1 October sunrise remembrance ceremony. The ceremony was held at the Clark County Government Center Amphitheater in Las Vegas. Clark County and the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department co-hosted the event with the Clark County Fire Department and the Vegas Strong Resiliency Center. The speakers are Governor Steve Sisolak, Sheriff Joe Lombardo, County Commission Chairman Marilyn Kirkpatrick.
People were helping each other that night on the ground before the event ended. Strangers were driving by, picking up hundreds of people, bringing them to the hospital or bringing them to a safe place. There were many heroes that night, even though that they didn't want to be.
And Joe Robbins, who is the father of Quentin Robbins, one of the 58 who perished.
Our grief is different in many ways. However, it is the same in the way that the family and friends of those 58 lives that were so brutally taken have changed forever. For a resilient community such as ours, no anniversary is more terrible than the one that recalls how your neighbors and guests were wantonly slain, even while their hearts were singing out in joy as they listened to live music with their friends and loved ones. How is it that anyone should perish in such circumstances?
The remembrance included 58 seconds of silence, a multi-agency honor guard, and music from the Academy Singers from the Las Vegas Academy of the Arts. Immediately following the event, the Las Vegas Resiliency Center hosted a wellness event in the adjoining Government Center Rotunda. The event featured organizations and activities dedicated to promoting health and wellness in the community. The remembrance ceremonies have been aired on the Clark County website, on Facebook, and on their YouTube channel. Numerous Vegas Stronger activities highlighting the area's unity and strength in the aftermath of the 1 October incident can be found online at LasVegasNewsWire.com/events. They include a candlelight vigil at the CSN North Campus. They include a candlelight vigil at the College of Southern Nevada North Campus on Cheyenne Avenue beginning at 7 p.m. tonight. A human chain event beginning at 9 p.m. tonight at the Las Vegas Village event site on Guile Street to hold hands and carry portraits of the 58 angels. Las Vegas Mayor Carolyn Goodman will lead a ceremony to honor those whose lives were lost on October 1st of 2017, starting at 10:05 tonight, which is when the mass shooting began. The 58 names of the victims will be read, accompanied by the tolling of a bell and candle lighting. This event is located in the Las Vegas Community Healing Garden on Casino Center Drive. All of us here at KPVM-TV and Ace Country Radio hold all of those affected by the 1 October mass shooting in Las Vegas in our hearts and prayers.
And stay tuned. We'll be right back here at KPVM News.
This segment of the news is brought to you by Pahrump Cardiology, located at 1397 South Loop Road in Pahrump, Nevada. Call 775-210-8333 for an appointment. Dr. Tali Eric, proudly serving Pahrump since 2005.
Welcome back to News 25. The Department of Motor Vehicles is ready to implement a bill from the 2019 Nevada legislature that requires motorists to submit their odometer readings when they register or renew their vehicles. Assembly Bill 483 directs the DMV to gather an odometer reading at the time of any original vehicle registration, registration renewal, or vehicle sale. Motorcycles and mopeds are exempt, as are certain other vehicles, such as farm vehicles. To help minimize the impact, the DMV will use the odometer readings from emissions tests performed in Clark and Washoe counties. Owners must submit odometer readings on all other cars, trucks, buses, and recreational vehicles of any size or fuel type, including electric vehicles and vehicles in rural areas. The DMV's online services and kiosks will accept odometer readings. Just remember to write down your odometer reading or take a picture of it before you get started. Data from odometer readings will be used to compile reports of total miles driven for the Nevada legislature to aid in future decisions on funding for roadways. This is a pilot project that runs through December 31st, 2026, and there are no new fees, taxes, or fines associated with AB 483.
Well, the California governor is making changes for college athletes. That and more in today's Business News.
Here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief.
Topping our news, it's official. WeWork has postponed its IPO. The new company leaders plan to work on the company's core business, which is office space renting and sharing. WeWork was supposed to go public last month. New York Republican House member Christopher Collins will be in court today facing an insider trading charge. He's expected to plead guilty. He also resigned from the House of Representatives this week. Collins is accused of sharing information with his son regarding innate immunotherapeutics while he was a member of that Australian biotech's board. A stunning move out of California. The governor has signed the first in the nation law allowing college athletes to hire agents and make money from endorsements. The new rule takes effect in 2023.
To find out where you can see us every day, go to businessfirstam.com.
Thanks, Angela. And turning back to local news, the director of Nye County Public Works, Tim Dahl, gives us an update on road projects.
At the recent Board of County Commissioners meeting, discussion was had regarding the road report, which included the maintenance, patching, and weed mowing of our roads. Commissioner Koenig begins to talk about Dandelion and Pahrump Valley Boulevard and both the streets' newly added signs.
The recent addition of the flashing lights, the 25-mile-an-hour speed limit when children are present, etc., etc. I've read your experts' recommendations. I would like those signs taken down, as he recommended. I would like to see the speed limit put back to 45, so it's the same on PVB as it is on Dandelion. Okay, those are my recommendations. so the public knows that's what's recommended by the experts.
Koenig moves on and begins to talk about Blag and says that going through the roundabout and going north on Blag, the speed limit is 45 and then changes to 35, and only until after Bella Vista does another 45-mile-per-hour sign show up.
We discussed the 35 signs. You said they're temporary signs. They should be yellow. So I would like them either to get painted yellow, I'll pay for the spray paint, or get taken down because they shouldn't be there. Before I get a ticket or someone else gets a ticket and we get public coming down yelling at us again about speed limit signs that either shouldn't be there or are illegal or whatever.
Tim Dahl begins to talk about Blag and states that he'll remove those two 35-mile-per-hour statutory signs. He goes on to say that those were actually meant to be advisory signs. He also states he'll make 45-mile-per-hour signs on Blag more consistent. Tim Dahl speaks about Pahrump Valley Boulevard.
The Pahrump Valley. Yes, I'm going to go ahead and remove those children when children are present signs. The warrant for a four-way stop at Dandelion wasn't warranted by the traffic engineer, so that won't be happening. We'll be refreshing those paint stripes there and following the recommendations of the consultant when it comes to changing the speed limit on the east side of Honeysuckle, east of Dandelion. So we'll get that changed back to what it should be in both directions again, be consistent. And then he's also conducting a speed study on Pahrump Valley and Dandelion, Pahrump Valley from 372 to Calvada. So he'll be giving us, the board, recommendations on what he believes is an appropriate speed based on the counts, based on the percentage of speeds that people are traveling, and that doesn't mean go fast.
That influences the counter?
It does influence it, yes. If you go slow, it influences it, and if you go fast, it influences the count. So, but anyway, he'll be conducting that speed study for both those segments on Pahrump Valley from 372 to Calvada, and on Dandelion from just north of the park to just before you get to Calvada.
Thank you.
Well, the U.S. Department of Agriculture has announced that they are investing $139 million in 56 projects to improve community facilities and provide essential services for 3.3 rural residents in 23 states. Modern, accessible, and reliable community infrastructure, public safety facilities, schools, and health facilities are essential components to strong and prosperous communities. The USDA says that interested parties should contact their USDA Rural Staff Office for information about additional funding, application procedures, and eligibility details.
And stay tuned. We'll be right back with much more local news for you.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, Erica Johnston has been working for years with animals and people who are either mentally or physically disabled through her animal therapy ranch, RNG Farms. Over the weekend, Johnston was presented the Andre Butch Harper Act of Kindness Award while on the entertainment stage at this year's Fall Festival.
For a long time, we've wanted to recognize her for everything that she's done, and she works with so many different youth and so many different things. We love you. So, we're presenting you with the Andre Butch Harper Act of Kindness Award, presented to Erica Johnston and RNG Farms for your years of volunteer service in our community. From the citizens of Pahrump, Nevada, no act of kindness is ever wasted. So we just want to make sure that you knew that we appreciated you and everything that you've done. Do you want to say anything? She doesn't want to say anything. All right. Thank you, Erica. It's good to see you in the parade this morning, too.
I'm so glad they didn't play the long version of that where I'm holding back tears and trying not to look at her cry, but she definitely deserved it. Here's Maria Garrett with today's entertainment report.
No release date has been announced at this time for a biopic about famed animal illusionist team Siegfried and Roy. A German film company, UFA Fiction, purchased the movie rights to their life story, which will be directed by Michael Bully Herbig. The storyline lays out how in 1960 on a cruise ship, the budding stars Siegfried Fischbacher and Roy Horn met and formed a partnership that became one of Las Vegas's biggest acts. Siegfried and Roy stopped performing after Horn was mauled by one of their tigers during a performance in 2003 at the Mirage. Congrats are in order again for Justin Bieber and his wife Hailey Baldwin. The couple retied the knot Monday in a ceremony at the luxury resort Montage Palmetto Bluff in Bluffton, South Carolina. The pair's I Do #2, attended by family and friends, comes after Bieber, 25, and Baldwin, 22, got engaged last summer and were secretly married months later at a New York courthouse. Bieber confirmed in November that he was a married man. Robert Hunter, the man behind many of the Grateful Dead's most iconic lyrics, died Monday night at the age of 78. Members of the Grateful Dead wrote tributes to Hunter on social media. Jada Pinkett Smith reveals she and husband Will Smith had to stage an intervention for their son Jaden over his eating habits. Will and I had a bit of an intervention with Jaden because he's a vegan now, but we realized he wasn't getting enough protein, Jada said, on season 2 premiere of her Facebook Watch series, Red Table Talk. So he was just wasting away, she said. He just looked drained. He wasn't depleted. He was depleted. He wasn't getting enough nutrients. To the episode also brought to the table the couple's daughter Willow, older son Trey, and grandmother Adrienne Banfield Norris, who discussed healthy eating habits and dieting. Reporting for News 25, I'm Maria Guerra, and this is your entertainment this week.
Thanks, Maria. And now here's Veronica De La Rosa with today's student news from Pahrump Valley High School.
Hi, I'm Veronica De La Rosa, and this is your student news. The remote area medical event is this Friday through Sunday, October 4th through the 6th, at the Pathway School Building off the corner of Calvada and Mount Charleston Road. The ticket distribution will start at 3 a.m. and doors will open at 6 a.m. It'll have free dental, vision, mental, and medical help. This Saturday, October 5th, from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. is the Pahrump Valley High School campus cleanup. Please come and make our school shine. The Pahrump Valley Taco Fest is October 12th at the Calvada Eye by the Duck Pond. It'll be from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. For more information on competing and supporting, contact the Pahrump Taco Fest Facebook page. Drama Club meets every Wednesday from 2:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. here at the Pahrump Valley High School Auditorium. This has been Veronica De La Rosa with your student news.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
All right, let's take a look outside through our Lerner and Rowe weather cam at our first forecast of October. It's a gorgeous fall day outside, not a cloud in the sky in that direction, and we'll track those temperatures as they might keep falling when we return.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Donohue with today's weather. Las Vegas, we had a high of 79 degrees with a low of 53. Death Valley out of those triple digits with their high of 85 and a low of 57. Amargosa, a high of 74 with a low of 45. Beatty at 71 with a low of 41. Goldfield 59.27. Tonopah 56.27. Carson City 59.27. Fallon a high of 59 with a low of 26. And Fernley 58 with their low at 29 degrees. Now today in Pahrump, we saw some nice sunny skies. Our high today was 73 degrees. Winds coming out of the west-southwest at 6 miles per hour. Humidity at 15% and our sunrise at 6:39 this morning. Now for tonight, we're expecting nice clear skies. It's currently 73 degrees outside. Our low is going to be 47 degrees with winds coming out of the east-northeast at 8 miles per hour. 20% for our humidity and our sunset at 6:27 tonight. Now looking ahead to our 7-day, we're expecting some nice clean sunny skies all through next Tuesday. Now temperature-wise, it looks like that little low point in our temperatures is starting to go away and our temperatures are going to start going back up now. Wednesday, we're going to see a high of 78 and a low of 59. We're going to bounce around just a little bit between Thursday and Saturday in those low 80s to low 60s. With the low 80s for our highs and low 60s for our lows. And then we're just going to slowly be working our way back up that temperature gauge. By next Monday and Tuesday, we're going to be seeing our highs at 89 degrees and our lows back up to 70 degrees. So I'm not really a huge fan of these temperatures going up, but I guess Mother Nature just likes us to throw us for a loop this time around. So now we're going to throw it back to the desk with Deanna and Eunette.
Thanks, Michael. Well, Clark County will hold an online auction from 9 a.m. on Tuesday, November 5th to 11 a.m. on Thursday, November 7th to try to sell 17 properties with a combined 160 acres. The properties are surplus lands currently under the County Department of Aviation, and they are generally located west and southwest of McCarran International Airport. Most of the properties are within the Cooperative Management Agreement boundary. They say that additional information about the auction and parcels listed for sale is available at mccarran.com/auction. The property prices range from $10,000 to $25,000. Starting bids for each property will be based on their appraised value. For all information, go to mccarran.com/auction. We are wearing our October 1 Vegas Strong t-shirts today. In remembrance of the October 1 Route 91 Harvest Festival mass shooting. Yes, and what's your thoughts today?
Well, my thoughts and prayers go out to the 58 victims and all of their family, friends, and loved ones, and our hearts are with you.
Yeah, hundreds of people that were injured and affected by this tragedy. Yes. And we, of course, have the whole ceremony from this morning uploaded on our Facebook page if you would like to see that. That does it for this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Eunette Gentry. And from all of us here at KPVM and Ace Country Radio, thank you so much for joining us tonight, and we will see you again tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night.